Hey guys, what is up? How you doing? And no, this is not Art Wednesday. This is Monday. This is recorded on Sunday, and I just have a lot of footage this week. And I'm going to post a couple more videos on the main channel. So for those who don't know, yesterday was my mom's birthday. And I was going to bake a cake for her. Only to discover that my eggs were a month expired. And they probably might have been good still, but I can't smell, for those who don't know. So I had no way of telling if they were bad by their smell. And if you do the test in the water to see if they float or not, that test is not always accurate. Because they said even if it floats, it may still be good. And that was just a lot of ifs, whats, and buts. So I wasn't gonna, And I'm going to apologize also for my showing my bra. I did not realize you could see it. So if you're offended by that, I apologize. I will remember not to wear the shirt again. But it occurred to me that they have no bake cheesecakes. And also, before I continue, I was limited to what I could get at work. So my egg does not have eggs. So I couldn't get those. But I saw this no-bake cheesecake. There was a regular cheesecake flavor, and then there was an Oreo cheesecake flavor. And I personally don't normally like cheesecake. But I saw the Oreo one, and I'm like, okay, let's make Mom an Oreo no-bake, no-egg cheesecake. And I have to tell you, it turned out amazing. The flavor's just chef's kiss. Not to toot my own horn, of course, but I really enjoyed eating it. It was also a lot of fun to make it. I don't know why the camera is shaking there. There are some points where I tried to pause, like right there, I tried to pause and it wasn't working. I could not for the life of me find my rubber spatulas. So I actually end up using the other spatula, like the one you flip food with. It ended up working fine, but I don't know. I could not find my spatulas. So I asked Mom, I'm like, where are the rubber spatulas? I needed them. So she goes into the drawer and pulls them out, and I'm like, bro, those are not there. Where did you find them? I could not for the life of me find them. Now, I misread the directions. It said to put it in a square 8 by something 10. I did not have a square 8 by something 10. So I was going to use my circle cake pen. Only to realize that cake tin was way too big. It also said to put foil in there, and that was parchment paper. So I went ahead and I found the foil, and I put that so I got the foil, and I put that in my cake tin, only to realize after I put everything in, oh my goodness, this is heckin' big. So I had to improvise. I was looking for something to put it in, and then it occurred to me, oh wait, I have circle ramekin soup whatever dishes, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, let me just use that. So for the crust, it was the crust base and butter, and you just mixed it together basically. Now, it says to use your hands and get it in there and push it in there, and I'm like, no thank you. It's not that I didn't mind or didn't want to do it, it's just, let's be honest, I didn't want to get my hands dirty, I didn't want to do all that work, so I used the spatula, and it turned out fine, until I realized, oh wait, this is way too big. Okay guys, Raven has blessed us with her presence. Hi baby. Hi Raven. What are you doing? Anyway. So right about this point is when I realized that, and that is when I got these smaller soup dishes. I did not spray them or put foil in them. I just kind of put them in there. And it turned out all right to me. As much as I love this taste, I don't normally like crunchy crunchy crust, but it needed that for this. Everything was just soft. You do get crunch from the Oreos, which you'll see later, but if the crust was crunchy and chocolatey, I feel like it would have been perfect. Because as much as I love it, it's all the same texture. Like the Oreo crunch bits are the only textural difference. Everything else is just soft and mushy, which, don't get me wrong, it still tasted amazing, but it needed that texture difference in the crust. And this is when I forget what I was looking for. Oh, the whisk that got stuck in the things. And then it's like, blend this vanilla pudding in your milk for like 3.5 minutes. So I'm like, okay. So you had to do the first 30 seconds on low. And when I went to plug this in, somebody did not turn it off. So thankfully I was paying attention, because when I plugged it in, it was already on, and that could have been really dangerous. So yeah, always check your mixers before you plug them in. So after the 30 seconds, you blend the mixture on medium, I believe it is, for 3 minutes. And I forgot to tell you guys, this video is sped up just a little bit. So here I am. This was the last 30 seconds. Just because I didn't want to show you the whole 3 minutes and bore you to tears. I thought that would be really boring. It said it was supposed to be thick. It wasn't at first, but it kind of turned out a little thick. Nothing crazy, but yeah. You gotta make sure you get all the droppings. And it was off when I did that. I should have probably unplugged it first. But, oh well. I put it on the other side of the sink where I was putting all the dishes so that it could drip into there. And you see how it doesn't move? That was pretty good. Now, those are the Oreo bits. It said to I said to save half of them, put half of them in this mixture here. I just kind of eyeballed it. That's where I was looking for my rubber spatula and couldn't find it. I kind of just eyeballed it. And I was this is me reading the instructions, make sure I am doing it right. Because I did not want to mess this up. Because if it tastes bad, we were stuck with it. And, yeah. So here I am, putting half of them in. And then I made a mess. I tried so hard to figure out where the heck it went. I did never find that Oreo that went flying. So here I am mixing it up, and I just want to let you guys know I did not double dip. If you see me licking the spoon, licking the whisk, whatever, spatula, I did not put it back in the mixture. I went straight into the sink, I promise. I know I didn't always show that, but I never licked it and put it back, because that is gross, and we was mature. And this is the point where I realized, oh heck, there's going to be like 8 inches of filling on this and 1 small inch of crust. And that's where I realized my mistake. There was a lot of filling, but honestly, it didn't take much effort to get to the crust. You just had to take a really big bite. And yeah, that's where I realized it. But it was really good. I highly recommend getting this. So it's basically like a Jell-O mix for the custard part. It's like a vanilla custard or vanilla pudding, and then you just add milk to it. And after all this, you set it in the fridge for an hour, and it's good to eat. And yeah, I think it was like $4 too or something. It wasn't even that expensive, and honestly, it's worth the price. I highly recommend it. All you're going to need is butter and milk. And if you get just a regular one, you do need sugar. But this one I did not need sugar, which I didn't even, if I did, I didn't add it. So it's pretty sweet, but not like an overwhelming sweet. But yeah, there I am testing the spoon and putting it right in the sink. And then it said to take the other half of it and put it right on top. But it actually said to do that after it froze, so my bad. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and my mom's birthday, and it went great, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!